All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Hat and Beard Show. It is Monday, October 27th, 2025. There's a Monday Night Football game left before Week 8 is in the books, and we venture on into the halfway mark. Uncharted waters of this NFL season. Things are getting a little spicy around the league when you kind of paint a picture with what happened in the Detroit Lions Kansas City Chiefs game. Compile that on top of what we all just watched happen in the New York Giants Philadelphia Eagles game, and then you also kind of dash in a little bit of what went on in the NBA as far as a little bit of dirty nonsense and point shaving is concerned. Boy, things are starting to look kind of dirty and making us go, huh, I was right. I wasn't just sour grapes. Some fuckery is afoot. But the first thing we will look at is the Giants. Brian Daboll lost it on refs after questionable call against the Eagles. Okay, and then we're going to take a look at the Sunday night game. Packers, Jordan Love, outduels Aaron Rodgers. Steelers in a runaway win. I watched part of this game. Though admittedly, kind of fell asleep on the old couch, and your boy was in bed well before midnight last night. And there's nothing wrong with that, especially when you'll notice we are kind of flying through these articles, and we don't have a whole lot pulled up for you today. We will talk about it before we get into the show. Bit of a huge blow. All right, now, I have an affiliation for various players throughout the history of the NFL. There are some guys who it's like, well, of course he likes Calvin Johnson. Of course he's a LaDainian Tomlinson fan. And if you don't like him, well, I don't like that call. Not a very good call. I don't like that call. Not a very good call. You know what I'm saying? I like LaDainian Tomlinson. There are players that I just like, and I can't express to you any other reason other than I just like the way they play ball. And one of those guys for a long time, full disclosure, when I was a little kid, like when I was in like middle school, I was a Jets fan. Okay, I like Curtis Martin. I liked Vinny Testaverde, Keyshawn Johnson, Wayne Corbett. You know what I'm saying? All those guys. And Nick Mangold was a player that I liked in this league for a very, very long time. He had a nastiness to him on the field. He had a grittiness to him that you guys, the Mad Hatter Nation, knows that I appreciate in any player. Nick Mangold was also a leader of the team and a very outspoken individual. Most recently, he actually was outspoken against how people handled or mishandled the Charlie Kirk assassination. He was very outspoken about it. So not only was he a gritty, tough-nosed player, but he had a big old set of balls. And you guys know us here at Hat and Beard Show. We like guys that they just plop their fucking nuts right on the table. That's why we like Dan Campbell. And Nick Mangold, well, he was one of those guys. So I'm going to dedicate a little bit of time today, even though it is a condensed episode and it's not Lions related, but I'm going to dedicate a little bit of the show today to talk about Nick Mangold and the legacy that he left on the field, the work he put in off the field, all around just a good dude. And it sucks. It sucks that he was taken away at such a young age. I mean, 41. The guy's only 4 years older than me. But kidney disease, and this is something that he'd known about for a long time. It's a genetic disorder, but we'll talk about that briefly. And to kind of bookend the show, again, we have a consolidated episode today. I'll talk about it after we roll the intro. Only one segment about the Detroit Lions right now. I will make this all up to you guys on Sunday, I promise. The one trade deadline truth Lions fans might not want to hear. Bo Underwood cranking this out a couple days ago might have kind of slid under the radar because obviously the Lions are on a bye week. But the trade deadline looming. Everybody's, wanting this piece or that piece. We need another corner. Ooh, a running mate for Aiden Hutchinson. Ooh, a swing tackle that could be possibly a project pet tackle that can end up replacing Taylor Decker next year, something like that. But there are some hard realities, guys, that we need to really sit and kind of meditate on so that we're not disappointed or over anticipating certain things for Brad Holmes to do. We have to look at the reality of the situation. Also, just a touch note, the trade deadline is Tuesday, November 4th. So we are rapidly approaching that day. Brad Holmes, kind of a guy who's been known to wheel a little bit here, deal a little bit there, but I personally am not expecting a big splash as far as trades are concerned. Now, there is a possibility of a free agent move that we could make. I want to give a big shout out to Mad Hatter Nation this morning on a Monday morning post-bye week. Let's go Lions. Mr. Detroit City's been in the chat since early. You guys know it. You guys can come into the chat early. Look, full disclosure, I try and engage in the chat before the show as much as possible, but sometimes I have to do things like get my coffee or take a shit, and I'm not just sitting at my computer. But please, feel free to come in early, chat it up. It's a little bit easier way for me to engage with you guys directly in the chat. What's up, Beantown? Beantown Breakdown. Woo! How about them New England Patriots, boy? Woo! Oui, bonjour, Jody Carruthers. Bonjour, Mad Hatters. Bonjour to you, sister, mon chéri. What's up, Carrie? Good to see you guys. Keith, though, how you doing? Happy AG got his first win. So was I, dude. So was I. Not only did AG get his first win, but Giggle Williams and Ben Johnson got beat. And I want to just point out, if you're an Office fan, you'll get the reference. I wanted to look it up, but I forgot about it until just now. Caleb Williams got smoked at the end of the game and was holding his hand like, oh, my hand. Oh, I fucked my hand up. And then at the end of the game, he was limping across the field. And all I could think of was that scene from The Office where Pam slaps Michael and Dwight's like, why are you limping? That's all I could think of. What's up, Clarice? How you doing, sister? Good to see you. Good to see you. Run the like button up, Keitho. MVP move right there, guys. Smash like. You guys do all the things. Ring all my buttons. Poke all my bells. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Ring that notification bell. You can be notified. Traditionally, we go live Monday through Friday, 10 to 11 a.m. We got a hard out at 10:30 this morning, guys. We will talk about it. Like this video around and share it around with all your friends. There's no poll up in the chat because I didn't have enough time this morning. We are on a condensed and expedited schedule. Let's get into the show.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
Buongiorno, Mad Hatter Nation. Sorry, I had to kick it over to the live chat. My guys, Motown, I missed you. My bad, brother. What up, Doe, Mr. Beard? Hashtag more kings, my guy. Real recognize real, brother, so looking right back at a king myself. You talk about no kings, I'm looking at a king right now, y'all. All y'all in Mad Hatter Nation. And shout out Keitho. Caleb isn't as good as people think. I agree with you, though I will admit there at the end of the game, he rolled out of the pocket and threw a tightrope along the sidelines. Now, yeah, Rome Odunze dropped the pass, though. I had to admit, throwing in bad mechanics on the run, rolling while being tackled along the sidelines. Caleb Williams had some fucking zip on that ball. He put that son of a bitch right on the side. Even I was like, damn, that's some pretty good arm strength, and I don't like Giggle Williams. All right, guys, so real quick, we are going to be running lightning fast. So if I don't get all to your chats this morning, I am terribly sorry. If you guys are following the lore of the channel, not only did I get in trouble last week, then have to serve a one-day unpaid suspension on Friday, in which, of course, my boss had to ask me questions because I'm always up managing at my fucking job because everybody there is incompetent. But as a reward for being such a gigantic asshole piece of shit, I get the luxury of getting to come in and upending my entire fucking life. I live a very structured and scheduled life. Okay, everything is by the minute, by the T. Everything is measured out. Everything is very structured. Okay, but due to decades, and I mean decades, of my maintenance department being not only understaffed but underqualified, I get the luxury of having to come in and upend my life and come and work noon until 8 or noon until the event's over. I'll take the overtime. all week long I get to come in at noon. Well, because my boss isn't capable of doing their job, and I get to help winterize the ballpark because up until recently they had 70-year-old men who couldn't do the job physically, and it would take them 2, 3, sometimes even 4 weeks to winterize a ballpark, which doesn't take too terribly long. And unfortunately, my whole week's this is what's going to happen. I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to be all pissed off about this all morning long. I woke up mad. I'm going to be in work pissed off. And the bitch of it is that me and G and Scooter are literally going to be able to do everything between today and tomorrow. And my boss is gonna be like, "Well, I guess you don't have to come in." And I'm gonna come completely fucking unglued. I'm gonna come completely unhinged because all it shows is just how fucking incompetent these people are at doing their goddamn job. It's not that fucking hard. It is not that fucking hard. You are the daycare. You are adult daycare, and all you have to do is find stuff for us to do. That's it, man. It is not that goddamn hard. I do not understand how these people. Maybe it's because once you hit a certain salary, once you hit that 6-figure annual salary, your brain turns to fucking mashed potatoes, dude. No way to lose the weekend. A siesta, hell yeah. Duncan, good to see you, brother. Jack, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Some dude's cousin from 1994. Hell yeah, brother. Don't they sell pills to help 70-year-old men get the job done nowadays? Yeah, but I should roll in there with some Blue Chew. And here's the thing. Yo, you guys, this is the thing. This is the bitch of it, right? We just had 3 guys all over the age of 67 retire, right? One guy was 71 years old. We replaced 2 of the 3 spots, one of them with a guy who's a few years younger than me, who's absolutely great. I do commercial entertainment industrial maintenance, dude. Senior booths to their old wives, hell yeah. But one of the guys that we replaced him with was another 67-year-old guy. But unfortunately for them, he works like a 30-year-old because he knows what he's doing, because he's modern, he's stayed up to times on the tech. It's so fucking frustrating, guys. It's not even that hard. All we're doing is taking apart fucking toilets and draining water out, guys. It's not that fucking hard. Giants, Brian Daboll lost it on refs after questionable call versus the Eagles. I am channeling my inner Brian Daboll. And this was kind of bullshit. I'm not going to lie, guys. I have watched these a handful of times. And all I can really say, it's nothing I haven't said before. So all I'm going to say is, Giants fans, Big Blue. As another bastard stepchild of the NFC, the Detroit Lions, I know what you're going through. I feel your pain. You have a larger media market that you guys can make a stink about this. Oh, we did not. The Detroit Lions only had Brian Branch. And you see how quickly that's fizzled out and long since no longer the talking point. Nobody cares about that anymore. The New York Giants, though, have a little bit more pull. They're in a bigger media market, and they've more recently won Super Bowls than the Detroit Lions. Hell, everybody has. But the New York Giants need to make a stink about this. They have the power, they have the platform, and they need to do this because these egregious calls. The Giants had an awful showing against the Eagles in Week 8, and Coach Brian Daboll wasn't enjoying himself. They lost Cam Scatterbo to a dislocated ankle and cornerback Cordell Flott to a concussion, thanks to some friendly fire. Then they got hit with what was, at best, a questionable OPI. And Daboll lost it on the game officials as he indefinitely. He should have. There's no reason why he shouldn't have. He was getting fucked. He felt himself getting fucked, and he should turn around and go, "Hey, I don't like it when you're fucking me. Quit fucking me, man." Daboll couldn't believe the call and yelled at the officials while turning beet red. Video is below. Let's take a look. Yes. Oh, dude. That headset put on was the most frustrating headset put on I've ever seen a head coach do. Holy shit, let's watch that again. Watch this. the way he pulls the mic down. Oh, that is a pissed off little Brian Daboll right there. And I don't blame him, dude. I don't blame him, you guys. I don't blame him. In Daboll's defense, it did appear it was a really tough call. You can see it in the following video. So this is the hand fighting. Guys, this happens on every single play. If anything, this should have gone against the defense.
He's in a good place.
Hand fighting. And you see him grab that. They're calling that a push-off. Sorry, Quinyon Mitchell is grabbing.
Extension on the low hip.
Look at, he's grabbing.
Hand fighting. So that hand fighting.
And it calls back a touchdown.
Yeah, there's a little.
That's bullshit.
The arm is what the ref sees.
That's bullshit.
They've been hand fighting all day. You could see why
That's a bullshit call, guys. They got hosed.
Do business as business is being done.
That's not a push-up. That's a tap. That's a tap. That's a tap. Oh, my God. The NFL's full of pussies, dude. The refs are pussies. The NFL wants pussies to play the game. The NFL wants little baby bag bitches to play the game. That is definitely not egregious. It looks like the kind of hand fighting that happens in almost every play. The Giants wound up punting. That call just was just the latest in a long line of awful things that happened to Daboll's squad during the 38-20 loss to Philadelphia. That was not close as the score might indicate. The Giants fell to 2-6 on the season and are now without top receiver Malik Neighbors, Scatabo, Flott, among others. Daboll is his fourth season. Don't care. The franchise will have to make a decision about but Daboll's future soon. Yes, they will, and I think right here, the franchise will likely have to make a decision about Daboll's future soon is exactly why we've seen not only this hand-fighting call, I thought they were going to have it pulled up. Did you see the strip fumble that Thibodeau got? That after he was laying on the ball, they blew the whistle, but then they say blew the whistle a long time ago. That was bullshit. And what I think the reality is as much as Brian Daboll's kind of a weird guy, I think Brian Daboll fits the Dan Campbell-esque build, the Dan Campbellian style of coaching. Meritocracy, man versus man. Put your nuts on the table and let me see what you got. I'm going to go out and we're going to use Cam Scadabo's head as a battering ram to beat down opposing defense. It's going to be nut up or shut up, baby. And the NFL goes, sire, we cannot have the eyes of the masses both enjoying Dan Campbell and the New York Giants, sire. The Eagles must be protected. We cannot allow the American people to witness meritocracy in action. We cannot allow, Messiah. They must not see it. We must not champion pro-masculinity. We must stifle Brian Daboll so that he loses his job, and then the Giants can hire another pussy quarterback coach to come in and take over and ruin Jackson Dart, because Jackson Dart is far too fascinating. He's a white quarterback who can scramble. Oh, my God. A white quarterback cannot scramble? That will break the narrative, sire. We cannot allow this. We must ruin Jackson Dart. We must suppress the New York Giants. We cannot allow the poison that is Dan Campbell's coaching style and winning ways to further seep into the NFL. No, sire, we must put them down and put them down now. What's up, Brandy? Good to see you, sister. How you guys doing? Got a hot take for this morning. Kayla's Ferry Williams is a bust. Dude, he is not doing so great. I'm playing starting safety against Minnesota. Duncan, you're right. He is a fine player. That's exactly it. He's always mad. Sorry about the fantasy football loss. Oh, Brandy, you lost. That sucks, dude. What's up, Brandy? Though, good to see you. Make all sports more physical against soft-ass leagues. Keitho, preaching, my guy. We gotta put you on a pedestal, dude, and let you scream that from the mountaintops, yo. Make sports great again. MSGA, make sports great again. The Jets won a game, 1-7. The question now is, do the Jets win any more games moving through? Oh, Jesus Christ, we got 10 minutes left. I got to hurry up, guys. I can't be talking to you guys this long. We're going to go ahead and skip the Packers-Steelers game. We're going to talk about Nick Mangold. Nick Mangold, 41, passes away due to complications from kidney disease. I'm sorry, guys. We have got to rifle through this. I got 11 minutes. Nick Mangold, the Jets celebrated center and one of the all-time greats to wear the green and white during and after his playing career, passed away from complications of kidney disease Saturday night. He was 41. Nick was more than a legendary center, said Jets chairman Woody Johnson. He was the heartbeat of our offensive line for a decade and a beloved teammate whose leadership and toughness defined an era of Jets football. Off the field, Nick's wit, warmth, and unwavering loyalty made him a cherished member of our extended Jets family. Mangold recently posted a letter on social media that detailed his battle with kidney disease that, after a rough summer, required him to undergo dialysis treatment. In 2006, I was diagnosed with a genetic defect that has led to chronic kidney disease. Mangold wrote in his letter addressed to my New York Jets community. I'm undergoing dialysis as we look for a kidney transplant. I always knew that this day would come, but I thought I would have more time. Mangold expressed his gratitude for his family, who have been my rock every step of the way. This situation has reminded me how lucky I am to have such an amazing family, friends, and community behind me. Today, all of those communities Mangold addressed are mourning the passing and remembering number 74's legacy as a Jets legend. Coincidentally, guys, I also wore number 74 Just kind of a thing. Nick was the embodiment of consistency, strength, and leadership, said Jets Vice Chairman Christopher Johnson. For over a decade, he anchored our offensive line with unmatched skill and determination, earning the respect of teammates, opponents, and fans alike. His contributions on the field were extraordinary, but it was his character, humility, and humor off the field that made him unforgettable. Mangold began to bond with the green and white family as soon as he arrived as the number 29th selection of the first round in 2006 draft out of the Ohio State University. Combining forces with left tackle Daboll Ferguson, the fourth selection of that draft, Mangold led the transformation of the Jets O-line into a stable platform that helped produce 3 playoff teams, including 2 AFC Championship game units and 4 winning teams from 2006 to 2010. A big part of our lives were spent on the field, Ferguson said today. Then very early on, I was at his wedding. There were so many times where we shared life together, family events. I do appreciate having had the opportunity to do life with him, and not only him, but his family. Everyone else on that stage, it's a hard time. Being the rock in the middle of the offensive line more than just a saying, Mangold stepped into the pivot from day one in 2006 and snapped the ball to every Jets quarterback until late in the 2016 season. He started and played in every Jets game from 2006 until early 2011. 89 games, including 7 playoff games, until a high ankle sprain sustained early that season against Jacksonville sidelined him for the first time as a pro. 2 games later, he returned to the lineup to start the next 59 games before missing another. In all, he started 171 games for the Jets, including those 7 postseason contests. Mangold was named first-team All-Pro in 2009 and in 2010, second-team All-Pro in 2011, and was voted to the AFC Pro Bowl rosters from 2008 to 2011 and 2013 to 2015 seasons. His 7 Pro Bowl selections are one shy from the franchise record held by Pro Bowl Hall of Fame tackle Winston Hill, Mangold's Ring of Honor teammate. Mangold's induction announcement into the team's Ring of Honor was made June 2nd, 2022, simultaneously with the announcement of the inductions of Ferguson and cornerback Darrelle Revis into the ring. Mangold was honored at his own MetLife Stadium halftime ceremony during Game 3 against Cincinnati on September 25th, 2022. Talk about some names right there. What a Ring of Honor class. Nick Mangold, Daboll Ferguson, and Darrelle Revis. Last week, Mangold was among 52 modern-era players who celebrated the second hurdle towards becoming a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2026. Damn. In about 5 weeks, that list will be reduced to 25 semifinalists, then to 20 finalists, then the Hall's 4 to 8 newest members, which will be announced the day before Super Bowl 60. Damn. I didn't realize that he was, he'd just hit that mile marker. What is it? 6 years out of the league. Yeah, that sucks. Hope he gets it regardless. Nick Mangold was a good dude. Ever since his retirement following 2016, Nick and his famous beard, flowing blonde locks, and uniform number 74 that made him famous as a Jets player were seen at any number of the team and fan events. Mangold, a Centerville, Ohio native, started his Jets journey with the club on Long Island 2 decades ago, transitioned with the team to New Jersey in 2008, and planted his family's flag down the street. Being able to finish out my career here, being able to play for the only one team is something really special to me. It's very rare. Mangold said last November, "It's a great team to be a part of. This fan base is passionate as they come, loyal as all get out." He was a mainstay on the Jets scene for the past 2 decades and a member of his family and the green and white community. He spoke so fondly of today, our mourning the loss of one of the best centers and players and ambassadors in franchise history. Bart Scott, can't wait! Bart Scott, can't wait! Bart Scott, can't wait! The Jets linebacker from 2009 to 12, during the peak period of Mangold's powers, echoed Ferguson about the connection between teammates that often are as strong and deep as familial bonds. Quote, "Teammates are the closest thing to family, the tireless hours, the pressure situations, and the shared trust and belief. Nick represented the best of us in regard to his professionalism, humility, and performance. But inclusion was my favorite trait. His ability to see everyone's value and his willingness to meet you where you are at. I'll miss my friend until we meet again." On behalf of the entire Jets family and the New York Jets organization, we offer our sincerest condolences to Jenny, their 4 children, Matthew, Eloise, Thomas, and Charlotte, as well as Nick's extended family, friends, and all who loved him. Nick Mangold will forever be a Jet. That's from Woody Johnson. So kind of a real nice, it's sad. It's sad. It's really sad. Really young, 41. That's absolutely wild, you guys. Daboll getting fired soon. Probably. Here we have some more cortisol. I like Dart, Keitho. I like Dart, too. Yeah, Duncan, 41, dude. Real young. I thought he was older than that. I thought Mangold came in the early 2000s, 2000 to 2002. I didn't realize he came in the year I graduated high school. That's wild. A hybrid OSU and MSU fascinating captain. Dude, right? Right, Duncan? Hell yeah. Jack Campbell, linebacker for all pro, 100%, Duncan. Good morning, Sam. How about this weather? You guys got the nice weather down there? Hey, guys, it's 42 degrees and sunny. All right, guys. So as we talked about earlier today, I do have to get bouncing out of here. It's going to be a condensed show Monday through Friday all week unless I'm able to get back on my normal shift, which will just piss me off even more. But I will make it up to you on Sunday. Sunday, we'll do our normal digital tailgate, and I'll try and come in a little bit earlier. We'll kind of hammer that out as we get closer to the week, just to kind of make it up to you guys. Yeah, but I do got to get going. I got to get the dogs out, get out of here, and get ready to roll into work. So, unfortunately, probably the rest of the week, we'll just talk about Lions news, simply because it took me too long to get through the rest of the stories to even begin to broach the Lions subject. So we'll probably talk just Lions news the rest of the week because we are on a condensed show. Jets pulled off their first win this season yesterday. Rip Nick Mangold. Yep, Rick C., we were just talking about him. Happy Halloween. Never let the turkeys get you down. Brighter than most. Hell yeah, dude. Never let the turkeys get you down, dude. Fuck yeah. Happy Halloween, guys. Also, All Saints Day is coming up, so that's a good thing, too. Great show. Keep up the awesome growth. Mr. Detroit City, I appreciate it. Brent DeWitt, what's going on, brother? We are about to tap out for the day, though, guy. Go back and watch, if you want, watch the replay. It's going to be a condensed show all week because we got work stuff. So I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, even though it's a shortened show. Can't really engage with you guys the way that I want, and I'm sorry. All right, deep down, I'm sorry. I don't like it. We can't do the show the way that we want to. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. We'll try and make it up to you on Sunday. Try and have a good rest of your day. It's get a good jump on the week, dude. It's Monday, so try and tackle that bear and get it out of your hair, and then we'll be on to Tuesday. And before Tuesday, it's Wednesday. And Wednesday after Wednesday, it's just all downhill skiing with a couple of slaloms. What's up, Derek? Good to see you, brother. Unfortunately, we're bouncing out of here, dude. Got to get going. I got to go into work normally I go to work at 3, but I got to go to work at fucking noon. So, yay me, Mr. Dickhead, Mr. Asshole. Like, do my bosses not have any shame? You dickholes write me up over something that is a violation of the NLRA. And then while serving my suspension, you come to me hat in hand and go, hey, do you know where this is at? Do you know what's going on with this? Can you come in early? Like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck is wrong with those? Dude, yeah, noon, dicks. Exactly, dude. They are being dicks. Yeah, Derek, I'm sorry, brother. We got to bounce up out of here, dude. It is 10:30. I got to get going. I got a heart out. Fight the deep state hat. You know me, dude. I'm constantly fighting the deep state, guys. That's what we live for. We're just trying to take the fight to the deep state, guys. We will not allow the globalists to take over our live stream here. We are a free and independent channel broadcasting exclusively live from Grandma's Studio 1, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. here. It is the Hat and Beard Show. We are here to fight the globalists. 1776 will happen again. All right, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Stay out of trouble. I've been Hat and Beard. You've been Attentive Audience. Still tomorrow at 10 a.m. Bonga bonga.